Kojo Forex, professional trader, member of Exness Team Pro.
There's a rhythm to every day. Discipline, resilience, focus. These are not just traits, they are the foundations of my life. From each chart and every market shift, there's a story waiting to be read and lessons waiting to be shared. Because for me, it's not just about trading, it's about inspiring others, building a legacy and leading by example. This is not just what I do, it's who I am. That's how I know I was born for this. I'm Kojo Forex. I was born to trade. My parents are neither super rich or even poor, but we're just like managing all through. But all through my growing years, I really wanted to be very financially independent, looking at the struggle that my dad actually went through to take care of the family and then see me through schooling as well. And I didn't really want that for my personal family that I was going to create. And I understood that for me to actually reach that goal and reach it very early, trading was what was going to make it possible for me. I kind of understood the balance that trading would give me with work and then home and then family and everything, because guess what, when you're trading basically from the comfort of your home. All you need is a laptop and then an internet connection. So learning about the financial market was very important for me. And then from 2012 all through to current 2024, it's been like a whole lot of story in between my learning curve, the ups and downs, funding my accounts and all of that. So yeah, basically it hasn't been, I would say, the smoothest. There's been like some challenges and then some successes as well. So I realized I was born to trade, specifically in the year 2020, when I lost everything and all I was left with was a $500 trading account, and I was able to trade myself back up to financial stability and then progressing from there on. So from that time, I just knew that I was really born to trade. I started trading as a scalper, then I progressed to a day trader, and currently I'm a full-time swing trader. So I started scalping, trading on the 1 minute time frame, 2 minute and 5 minute, and it was actually very stressful. It kind of felt like I had left my 9-to-5 job just to come back into 9-to-5 again, and it was very tedious because you never really know when the market is going to move on the 1 minute. So it kept me really stuck on the charts the whole day, and it was extremely stressful. So that led me to progressing into day trading and then trading between the 15 minute and the 30 minute. That was not also any much better, but it was at least better than me being in a scalping stage of life. So eventually I realized that I had to move on to the higher time frame, which is like trading on the 4-hour, on the daily and the weekly. And that actually led me had a little bit of a time for myself and calm down. So what I realized is that especially on the 4-hour time frame, the market or the candle on the 4-hour closes by 4-hour interval. So let's say it starts at 6, then one candle is going to trade from 6 p.m. all through to 10 p.m. The next candle is going to start from 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. and the next one is going to evolve from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So it's just like run across the clock kind of a thing. So what I personally did is that I set an alarm clock on 4-hour interval basis, and then what I do is that I have a specific thing that I'm looking for on the market, and those specific things is going to tell me when to actually get in on the market. So once I don't find exactly what I'm looking for, I stay away from the market, but when I find exactly what I'm looking for, then I execute. So that's just how I keep my time around the clock and then manage my time in trading as well. I started trading back in 2012, and then for me, I kind of realized the very importance of choosing the right broker, and then that's how I discovered Exness. For me, it was important to choose the right broker because as a trader, if you're looking for this to be a career, you want to look for a partner broker that is actually going to be sustainable, and long-term vision is actually like the biggest, right? So upon intensive research, guys, I discovered Exness, and I've been trading with Exness since 2017, and it's been amazing. Exness did a good job with have a personal key account manager, and then communication was very apt. So because of that, I was sold, and then I've been trading with Exness ever since then. One thing that I like about Exness so much is deposit and withdrawal needs, right? So Exness basically has very instant deposit and instant withdrawal, and it's actually like a game changer in the trading space. Back in the days when I used to trade with different brokerages, sometimes you deposit and then withdraw, and then it will take like 2 to 5 business days before you actually get your withdrawal. But when I started using Exness, instant deposit, instant withdrawal, let's say even on weekends, if you need your money, you just click withdrawal and instantly you cannot get your money, and it's like, totally insane. One thing that I also like is the fact that when it comes to customer support, trading is around the clock 24/7, and then it's only on weekends that we get our time off as traders. So you almost always need to be able to reach out to your broker and then ask any question if you're finding any difficulties. And Exness customer support is 24/7 active, and then it's something that I really enjoy when it comes to Exness as well. Another incredible thing that I like about Exness is the fact that it has negative balance protection. What that means is that if you fund and then you deposit, let's say $1,000 and you trade, your capital is protected, or your losses are protected up to exactly the amount that you deposited, right? For certain platforms, you could actually deposit $1,000, and then guess what? When you get stopped out, it does not stop out exactly at your capital. It goes beyond that, and then it means that you could actually owe the broker, which is insane, right? So negative balance protection basically means that when you have $1,000, and let's say you lose all the $1,000, you lose exactly how much you had or your equity, and doesn't go beyond that. And that's actually a very fantastic feature that I find on the Exness platform as well. So reflecting on my role as Exness Team Pro Ambassador, what I enjoy is the fact that it allows me to be able to touch people's life directly, right? So as part of my role, I get to travel and then organize seminars and then meet traders and inspire them and teach them my knowledge to be able to also achieve their personal financial goals as a whole. And that's something that I find very rewarding, very influential, and very important in my partnership with Exness as a Team Pro member. So guys, when I sit by my desk, there are certain things that I like to do. So I like to first go through my watch list. So there are a few currency pairs that I like to trade very often. Some of them are GBP, USD, Euro USD, Bitcoin, gold, and GBP card. So if you're watching here now, you're watching Euro USD, right? So what can I make of this chart? Basically, I can see that this chart is already in a downtrend, right? So since I can understand that this is in a downtrend, I want to first find a continuation on this, right? And one of the very tools that I use to look for a continuation in trend is the Fibonacci tool, right? So before anything else, I want to see Euro USD get to this support level. Right, once we get to this support level, then I'll be looking that we would make a retracement from this region before a continuation, right? So I kind of expect the market to move in a way like this, right? Bounce off from here, get to this point, and then we have a continuation like further down like that. And then if you look at GBP USD, it is something very interesting, right? So one thing that I realized most traders don't include in their trading is chart patterns. So one of the key trading strategies that I use is I've mastered the candlestick patterns and chart patterns so well that I'm able to spot the chart patterns and then trade off them as well. If you watch this critically, you can see that we have a very beautiful triangular pattern here, right? So this is the bearish continuation pattern, right? So you can see that the market was bouncing off between this, dropped, traded sideways, and then literally just broke off. So this is one angle that I'll normally get a trade entry and literally put my stop loss here as well, right? Now this one looks like it's going to actually continue down. I kind of expect a retracement a little bit and then a continuation downwards like this. So now I like to also watch or keep updated economic calendar and then be aware of what major news that the market would have. So it's important that as a trader you keep that at the back of your mind, because you never really know what major fundamental is there, and then you may disrupt your trade setup if you don't have a good look at it. One thing that I like to also do is that because Exness is a very global company, and then they kind of have their mind all across the market, especially in their social, they try to also share some trading setups that can allow traders to also more guide their thought process on the market. So guys, one of the most remarkable moments for me as a trader was achieving some of the set goals that I set for myself. Right, currently I'm 31 years, so the very key moment in my trading life was when I set goals at the age of 25 that I wanted to become a millionaire by or before 30. And actually I was able to achieve that exactly when I hit 30 years. And I meant that millionaire in net worth and then in liquid cash as well. One proud moment of my life also is the fact that I was able to build a family house for my family, and as well build a huge mansion for myself and relocate my family to Dubai now. So as I'm living here in Dubai, I have a huge house in Ghana, I have my real estate company going on, and as well I've been also able to set up a trading academy that inspires traders to be able to also live off the same journey as me and then be financially free as well. So my trading strategy has evolved in a very unique and spectacular way over the years, being that the fact that I started trading as a scalper on the 1 minute, 5 minute time frame with a bunch of indicators. So now evolving to a swing trader where I trade off the 4 hour and the daily time frame without the need of any indicators at all, and it's incredible. Back then I used to take trades in the middle of a swing point to see my entry when the moving average crosses. But now I take entry at the top of a trend or at the top of a swing point or at the very bottom of a swing point, and just by using some key candlestick confirmations, and then I get these entries. So now when I take a trade, you're going to see either my entry at the very top or at the very bottom, and that's like a very unique perspective that I've been looking at the market for over the years, which I call the sniper entry strategy, something that I've taught to thousands of people and is very unique and inspirational in the market as well. So if I recount, one of my major struggles as a beginner trader when I started my journey was lack of capital. Capital was a big hurdle for me. I didn't have to have enough capital to actually trade off, and then I'd normally trade for people and make some profit of it and then get my share, or basically try to grow a small account, and normally what happens is that I tend to actually even lose the whole account or blow it all out. So it took me a while for me to be able to grow and elevate as a young trader. I was intending to trade huge capital like the 6-figure, 7-figure, and that's one thing that I really recount that it made me keep so long in my trading journey. Nonetheless, I did enjoy the process. I was no rush at all, and then I knew that it was just not going to be so much of a long time before I got the required capital that I needed to actually elevate in my trading game. So capital was one thing that I can say was a huge hurdle for me in my journey as a trader. Trading has taught me that growth comes from consistency and resilience. It's not just the wins and the losses, it's the lessons learned and sharing this knowledge, helping others reach their potential. That is what fuels me. Why? Because I was born for this. I was born to trade.